You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody three count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated into the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Brett made a very, very selfish decision. Brett's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Brett screwed Brett. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. Live, it is Thursday, September the 16th, 2021. We are glad to be with you, and it is a great Thursday. We hope you're having a good week. We are still the podcast of the millennium. Go to 3countthursday.com. That's where you'll find all of our social media links, our merchandise over at tpublic.com and whatamaneuver.com.
What a maneuver.
Thank you, Tim. Our patreon.com/3countthursday, our Collar and Elbow brand deal, of course, is use promo code 3count at the Collar and Elbow store. Our home network, NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com, and our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Ryan, where can people find that?
You're right, Jim. That is what it is.
Bottle caps, Jim. Come on.
What are you eating? Are you eating bottle caps over there?
Bottle caps. No, I found these little pizza flavored little cheese balls.
Pizza cheese
Very
ball.
crispy. They're so good. Yeah.
Great. LEEIB Sports.
I like balls in my mouth. Let's make a shirt. Oh, fuck.
That's going to be the shirt. Because it's going to be, I like balls in my mouth. Let's make a shirt.
With Ryan making that face on the front and the quote on the back.
Yeah, I'm taking note of that right now. I'm not going to say the note that I'm writing down because I don't want myself to become a sound bite. But yeah, that's.
I mean, who else is making these sound bites but you?
But he doesn't want to say. He doesn't want to put on track. Oh, I want balls in my mouth, because then if you say it, then he can take it out of context.
Well,
So
and like
Jim is the only one making them.
Right. So Jim's fear is he will say, I want balls in my mouth, and then cut the audio of himself saying that.
I believe he's a man of honor, though, and he'll like listen and go, "Well, if I said something stupid, then I have to cut it."
Or I don't pay for the cock. Like I will put my own sound bites on the board if they belong there. But so I'm not going to put myself in a position.
I mean, at this point, everyone in this panel, aside from you, has said the quote.
Correct, and I plan to put all of you on
You
the board.
should say it.
I don't want to.
You should say
What
it.
are we saying again?
I don't want to say it. Something about I want balls in my mouth.
There it is.
Something
Soundbite,
about it.
remember this time.
There it is. I'm writing it down, guys.
Ryan, if you ever make any sound bites, I promise you I'll put them on the board. Any.
Done. I sent some sound bites to you, didn't I?
You
Just
did.
recently.
Yeah, there's two on the board that you sent me this week.
That's awesome.
And
It turns me on.
Then Vince McMahon, It Turns Me On, is one of my favorites.
it's a solid one. It is
And
a
he
solid
said
one.
it to JR. I don't know in what context it was ever said in, but I used like the little Twitter bot thing to download the video, and I've had it on my phone for months.
It turns me on.
Just waiting for a time to send it to Jim.
Can you play those in succession? Can you play 2, then 1?
It turns me on.
That's awesome.
And that is a conversation that has been had.
I'm sure.
In Stanford.
100%.
More times than we will ever hope to know.
The best, the only thing that could be better is if you had one of the Undertaker doing the.
Oh, I do have the gurgle. Where's the?
It turns me on.
No, it's
And then
gurgle that turns me on.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
let's try that.
So, okay, all right.
Gurgle.
It turns me on.
That's awesome.
Wait.
It turns me on.
That's awesome. Kobe.
We're children. We really are
We
children.
absolutely
Ryan,
are.
How you doing?
So good, Jim. So good now. How could I not be after that? You used 2 of my sound clips. Apparently, I made one myself today. It's a great day.
It is. You got
All
one of our new
positives here
shirts
from
on?
Ryan. Oh, I do.
You're on a slight delay, my guy. Is your Wi-Fi acting up over there?
I don't think so. I hear you instantly. Am I delayed coming to you?
Look a
your
little.
audio
your
doesn't match up
camera.
with your mouth. Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
I'm doing that on purpose.
Oh, well, you're
Those
good at it.
ventriloquism classes have paid off.
You are
They
good
have.
at it.
They have.
Matt.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. We're a couple days away from the Icons convention, so looking forward to that. A little disappointed in Mark, I will say, because he campaigned for this Woman of the Week, and we are at Thursday now, and he sent me 2 posts. So clock's a ticking, my friend. If you're listening to this,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he wouldn't.
That's awesome.
He wouldn't shut up about it
he
for
campaigned
weeks.
for weeks about how we had to have
Begged you.
Paula as the Woman of the Week, and I said I would let him run with it, and he has sent me 2.
Oh, Mark.
Freaking Mark. Tim.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a sleepy boy today, but we're gonna make do.
Good. Well, good to hear. All right, let's
Jim, how are you?
Oh, thank you for asking. Doing well. Thankful that tomorrow is Friday, because definitely a little brain tired, but we're doing good. We're doing good. Things are all good over here.
How are you, Jim?
Good, Ryan.
How's Devin doing?
I got one of the new shirts back here as well. So like Ryan's wearing one. I got another one, so you can go to the T Public store. Good stuff, man. Good quality shirts.
Very
They're-
comfortable shirts.
They're running the sale again this weekend, right? $13.99 shirts.
Yeah, $13 shirts. Everything's on sale for a different price. So
There's like masks, coffee mugs, stickers, sweatshirts. It's almost going to be fucking sweatshirt season again because, oh shit, look at that one.
Oh, look at that one. I like that on the blue.
Dude, I like that a lot. I might buy that one this weekend.
Looks good
That's
on the
real
blue.
nice. Real nice. So yeah, head over there, T-Ball Bookstore. You can find the link in the link tree on our social media.
How are you, Jim?
Support it. Doing great, Ryan. Thanks for asking, bud. We're gonna do September 16th, pro wrestling history. Got two birthdays. Phil LaFawn, born today in 1961, and Kira Hogan, former guest of this show, born today in 1993. 1986, at WWF television taping in Baltimore, Maryland, Roddy Piper hosts his Piper's Pit segment at the same time that Adrian Adonis hosts an edition of The Flower Shop. Which, time out, did anybody know there was ever a flower shop? Because when I read this was all new to me. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I did not.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for being on that island with me. Piper's guest, Don Morocco, joins Adonis and Cowboy Bob Orton in attacking Piper and beating him down, destroying the pit set. Later in the show, which was shown on a different episode, Piper returned with a baseball bat, destroyed the flower shop set, and a new Piper's Pit set would be constructed. The flower shop never seen from again. Then we go to 1995. ECW holds their Gangsta's Paradise show at the ECW Arena in Philly in front of 1,175 fans. Show featured 7 matches. In the main event, Mikey Whipwreck and the Public Enemy defeated Too Cold Scorpio, New Jack, and the Sandman in a Gangsta's Paradise cage match. 1996, the Monday Night Wars raged on, with Nitro doing a 3.7 to Raw's 2.1. Nitro was headlined by Ric Flair and Arn Anderson defeating Chris Jericho and Marcus Bagwell. Lex Luger defeated Chris Benoit and Steve McMichael via disqualification, a handicap match, and Rey Mysterio defeated Juventud Guerrero. Raw countered with Mark Marrow defeating Owen Hart, Farouk defeating Sid Vicious by disqualification, and the Sultan defeating Jake Roberts. In 2003, during SmackDown taping in Raleigh, North Carolina, Eddie and Chavo Guerrero defeat Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas with the WWE Tag Team Championship. This would end Haas and Benjamin's second and final tag title reign, was the start of Eddie and Chavo's second run with the belts. In the main event of the show, Brock Lesnar would defeat Kurt Angle in a 60-minute Iron Man match to win the WWE World title 5 falls to 4. Angle, who scored 2 falls in the last 10 minutes of the match, had Brock Lesnar in an ankle lock when time ran out, but was unable to get Lesnar to tap before the bell rang, which would have forced the match into overtime. 2007, WWE holds the 10th annual Unforgiven pay-per-view at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, in front of 12,000 fans with a buy rate of 210,000. The show featured 1 dark match, 8 main card matches, and in the main event, The Undertaker defeated Mark Henry. 2012, WWE holds their 6th annual Night of Champions pay-per-view at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, in front of 14,886 fans. With a buy rate of 189,000, the show featured 1 pre-show match, 7 main card matches in the main event. Defending WWE champion CM Punk and John Cena ended in a draw due to a double pin. And finally, 2018, WWE holds their 10th annual Hell in a Cell pay-per-view from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, for 15,216 fans. The show featured 1 kickoff show match, 7 main card matches, and the main event of defending Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman with Mick Foley as guest referee inside Hell in a Cell ended in a no contest after Brock Lesnar attacked both competitors. Neither could continue. This was Strowman's failed Money in the Bank cash in. These were the events that occurred September the 16th in pro wrestling history. Mike says, gents, good evening. Just shining my Money in the Bank briefcases. I'm the only person left with one. Thanks to Big E. That's correct. And why don't we talk a little bit about Big E when we talk about this.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, week 23 of our standings as we continue to power our way through the year. Would anybody like to start us off this week?
I think Matt could go first because it's also the same picks as Mark.
I could. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
Is it? Wait.
Yeah, I think we have
Oh,
the
yes.
exact
Sorry.
same.
I was looking at yours and Matt. So, Matt, go ahead.
I think we're all pretty close, aside from Jim with his wild card pick. And
That's
Ryan,
right.
to be fair.
Yes, Ryan.
So first place should come as no surprise. Cashing in his Money in the Bank, getting the title. Big moment for the brand. It's exactly what Vince wanted. Big E. It's my number one spot. And Mark's number one spot. Number 2, Roxy. Coming in big with the title win as well. It's always nice to see new titles pushed onto new talent. Take notes, companies. And 3, Tomato Champs for another title win. A lot of titles changing hands this week, so it's a pretty easy pick 'em for me to.
Tomato Champs.
Thank you.
No problem. Tim or Ryan, you guys want to go? You want me to go?
I can go.
I
I don't know if I'm still on a delay, but I definitely I remember the flower shop.
Nice. So my number one, of course, is I'm gonna salute him with a hand so straight that it's crooked in Big E, former Big E Langston. Of course, number 2, new NXT World Champion, Tomato Champs.
Tomato Champs.
And number 3, Roxy winning the ROH Women's title and the Women's title tournament. They're in. You win a title, chances are good.
Solid. Ryan, you want to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, I don't know how late I'm actually talking. Am I that far behind?
I think you're okay now. I think you're okay now.
Okay, because I heard myself talking the last time. I signed off. I should be good to go. Let's get it out of the way real quick. Number 1, Big E, new WWE champion. That's a pretty much a given. Number 2, Bro Keller, the new PPW heavyweight champion, beating Joey Martinez at PPW's 8th anniversary. Big shout out to Bro. Number 3, Roxy, winning the Quest for the Gold tournament and your new inaugural Women's Ring of Honor World Champion. A lot of great championships being won. Honorable mention for me, Josh Woods, new Pure Champion. Just not enough room on my list this week. So Josh Woods got bumped out.
Only 3. We will obviously confirm.
No Tomato Champs. So yeah, tough.
Right. No.
Tomato Champs.
I do have him on mine. I'll start with him at number 2.
Tomato Champs.
My number 3 was my favorite segment of the week. He is now in the title match at Sands of Time or Super Sandown or whatever the show is next month. Lesnar versus Reigns, and number 1 without question, Big E cashing in, calling a shot, not even just a surprise cash in. He tweeted out Monday morning, I'm showing up, I'm cashing in, and
Pretty please watch.
He did just he did just that. And we have a new WWE champion in Big E.
It happened.
Tim, where does that leave us for the week? Where does that leave us for the year?
Big E, rarefied air once again, collecting all first place votes, getting him the 25 points.
Turns me on.
That's right. Tie for second with Roxy and Tomato Champs. And third,
Tomato Champs.
Bro Keller making the list, earning 4 points. And lastly, for some reason, Brock Lesnar made the list this week. Don't know what he did. Don't know what he said, but he made it. And he's number 4
There he
for
is.
the week.
1 point. He's on the list. He's on the list, baby.
He's on the list.
I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to be since there's technically 4 wrestlers on there.
True, but yeah. But the way the
See,
points
I
break
almost got
down-
super petty and said switch my Roxy and Biggie just to knock him off. But Biggie deserved that top spot
Biggie does deserve number 1 first place honors.
unanimously too.
Yes. Very nice. In our year-end totals, our top 10. Look who's joined the fray, the fracas.
Ooh, there he
Big
is.
E now in the top 10 contention.
Big meaty man slapping me.
That's right. He's coming close to going toe to toe with the number 1 spot. He is the ones, Roman Reigns. And that is all the big change. Big E jumping up and shifting some stuff around. So we're almost at the halfway point for the year, boys.
That's insane. Yeah, coming up on it in here in a couple of weeks. But until then, let's hear the sweet sounds again.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
All right, so kind of a 2-parter this week for question of the week. Obviously, one of the bigger items in wrestling, major wrestling this week was the launch of the 3rd version of NXT, which is NXT 2.0. Math is hard, apparently. But the new look, the new feel, the new I guess they're even just are they even calling it the Capitol Wrestling Center anymore? I don't
think so.
It's like the NXT Arena, I guess.
The NXT Thunderdome.
And of course the wedding of Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis. We'll talk about that. But what did you guys think of either? That was or of both, I should say, not of either. That's our kind of 2-part question of the week. So why don't we just start with NXT 2.0 as a whole? The layout, the look, the feel, the superstars, the names of some superstars, look alone. It's nothing against what NXT was, but I kind of like the fresh painted coat, as Pritchard and Connie might say. I'm still, ever since I saw that guy that pointed out how like off center the logo is, I can't unsee that with the way my brain works. But I liked the new look. Of the NXT arena and of the presentation as a whole. I like it. I think it's they turned lights on, which I don't think they had done in NXT for like 5 years. So
I think they were contractually obligated to not due to their contract with Ed Hardy, apparently, because that was like Now I hate that I liked NXT 2.0.
I like that.
Like it definitely felt like baby's first WWE in a sort of way. Like, but I hate that I liked it. It was very. It felt almost like a nod back to like 90s wrestling.
Okay.
Colorful characters, wacky names, fun angles. It works for me. I I hope they can keep the momentum going. The only way this could have been better is if it was 1 hour.
Okay.
Because this feels like a Superstars. It feels like it feels like 90s
event.
WWE. Yeah.
Like
It does. It does have that feel to it. Ryan, Matt, your guys' thoughts on
I can agree with Tim on that. The feeling of like a Superstars show, and maybe it's until they like reestablish their roster under this new format. But you hit the nail on the head. I hate that I liked it. I mean, there was a lot of the Capitol Wrestling Center that I really liked too. I like the indie feel to that. I enjoyed what they gave us at Full Sail, but that ship has sailed.
No.
I didn't want to, but I backed myself into the corner there. I really didn't want that. That just wasn't good.
that ship has gone down the tracks.
It has gone down the train tracks.
Ship was delayed.
That ship has full sailed out of
It
here.
has sailed out. Yeah, so no, I enjoyed it. We had a wedding that went off pretty much without a hitch, which is crazy. I love the Dexter Lumis character. I'm glad that he's feels like a focal point of new NXT. And I also, maybe if the WWE, I don't know, promoted NXT as much as they're promoting NXT 2, we wouldn't need an NXT 2.
Yeah, we'll get to that part of it too, because I know you had tweeted that out during Raw on Monday.
It just felt like a lot.
Right.
It was like every commercial break.
It's a lot.
Is that kind of like when Vince says I'm taking over, is just that I'm going to actually make sure that we talk about this like we should, as opposed to I'm going to do things to it? Because there is still enough left of NXT 1.0, I think, to carry over that made it likable. I think that's why I'm not so mad that I liked it, just because there's still the same storylines carried over, some of the same talents still getting pushed. So we're still seeing the NXT that we liked. It's just going to be pushed down our throats. And that's kind of my hesitation with it, is just because we've seen what can happen when Vince wants to push something down our throats. It's unpleasant. The turn me on soundbite was
It turns me on.
Yeah, it's let's talk about that, because there's been conflicting reports, depending what sites you read or don't read this week, about who exactly is running the new NXT. Is it Vince and Bruce? Is it still Triple H? Is it some combination of all of them, or what have you?
Ow, Broadbreaker! I couldn't fucking keep it in any longer.
At first I was like, that guy looks like Rick Steiner's kid.
God.
And all my wife could say is he has a really colorful singlet. And I was like, that's definitely Rick Steiner's kid.
There's the genes in the Rick Steiner family are strong.
Yeah, you ain't.
He looks. You couldn't tell. I could have not watched wrestling for 20 years, and I opened my eyes, and I'm like, Rick Steiner?
Is that the puppy-faced gremlin?
Puppy-faced Grum.
What the fuck is going on here? But yeah, I mean, for on Raw and SmackDown the last few weeks, we have seen pretty much the same commercial at every break, pushing the new NXT. And yeah, Ryan, I think you tweeted out something like what you just said is if they pushed the original NXT the way they're pushing 2.0, would we need the 2.0? And I saw also people pointing out that this is the third version of NXT, because there was game show NXT and then the NXT we knew and loved. I think of it the way that Apple numbers their phones. So you have, you had the 6 and then the 6S, and then you get the 7. So Like the version that we just got done with NXT was like NXT S, and now we're at 2.0. But yeah, I mean,
I don't like that comparison because we really had more than we had the game show, and then we had like Full Sail, then we had Triple H, and now we have 2.0.
It was 1, and then the 1S, and then there was 2, and then the 2S, and now we're shit.
See, I feel like
we're at
don't make me do
NXT Dynamite.
It's more like the Xbox.
Okay.
So original NXT is the Xbox. So that's Game Show NXT. Then we get NXT Reboot. That's NXT 360. They've come full circle.
Okay.
Then we get the NXT we all came to know and love. That's Xbox One.
Okay.
And what is that? That is like the Big X Championship, right?
No. So to me, that is the 360. The 360 is the X Championship.
Got it.
The 1 is the new titles.
Gotcha.
And then now we're in the Series X, Series S, which is 2.0.
I'm dizzy, but I think I got you.
Naming conventions, they're weird. They're hard.
It's silly. It's very silly.
Silly Billies.
But
didn't like that.
I don't know who's running the new NXT. I don't know who the main guy sitting at the chair in the back is. But if Vince McMahon is more interested in the promotion of NXT and like the rebuild of the brand with building new stars and characters, then that's probably a good thing for the brand. Like I know, right, wrong, or indifferent, like everybody has their opinions of Vince McMahon, but like if he wants to push this and promote this, and the developmental of WWE needing kind of retold, which I mean I think it kind of does, is probably a good thing if the guy who writes the checks is behind it. If he gets too heavy-handed on the creative side, then maybe it might not be the best thing. So that's going to obviously be something to watch. But I mean, your closing shot last night was what Rick Steiner's kid. What the hell's his goddamn name? It's going to be tough to commit that one to memory. But he's standing there confronting new NXT champion Tomato Chips. So like
Tomato Chips.
It's
Braun Breaker, dude.
Braun Breaker. Oof.
Braun Breakerman.
That's tough. But
it makes sense not to use Rex Steiner. Like I get that.
Like what?
Well, his last name is Rex Steiner. So
right.
You just
but like
Rex Steiner. You say it quickly. It sounds like his shoot last name. He goes to NX or AEW in the future. I get it.
Give him the like, and I'm not getting overly worked up about the different name. I mean, name's a name. If you're gonna get pushed, then your star is gonna outshine a bad name, or a bad name could be changed as well. But like, I don't know why you wouldn't use the fact that you have a Steiner. That part is what doesn't make sense to me. Like why we know it's him.
I capitalize off of that brand.
You called him that, like they called him, or they mentioned Dogface Gremlin during the match with LA Knight. So like you're not trying to shy away from the fact that he's Rick Steiner's kid. So why are you trying to shy away from the fact that he's Rick Steiner's kid?
Well, you got a 33.3% chance to shy away from the fact that he's Rick Steiner's kid.
That's the only thing I didn't like, man. Braun Breaker, like, can we as a group, can we band together and just not call him that? And let's just all say Rex Steiner, and if long enough, they'll change his name.
What's his first name?
Bronson.
Oh, got it.
He's
So that's where the
Bronson.
that's where the
Bronson
Bron-
Rick Steiner.
Like, why don't they
Hence
just call him? Just
Bron.
call him Rick Steiner Jr. for Christ's sake.
You could just call him Steiner.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
Steiner. One
Just-
name.
Just Steiner would have been fine.
can we take bets on which part of the name he ends up losing? Is he going to lose Braun or is he going to lose Breaker?
Oh, he's losing Braun.
Losing
So he's
Braun.
going to just be Breaker one day.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
and then
that's a main roster breaker every day.
yeah.
It's a big
When he
breaker.
becomes 24/7 champion by pinning the Ninja, he will be Breaker.
Ninja. Doing some ninja stuff. Very kabuki-ish.
A bit.
Is that what we're calling Akira Tozawa now? Just Ninja?
No, I think he's back to being.
He's not even the 24/7 champion.
No, but he said
Re-
ninja.
is-
Who's,
Reggie
Reggie.
still is, right?
wait, that's he's not a ninja.
Well, no, Reggie's not a ninja.
No.
Be very careful.
A few of the responses here from folks. EJ says hilarious, fun, and enjoyable for the show. Charlie said thought it was a very fun 2 hours. Hindsight being 2029. I think he might mean 2020, but
Really focused.
2029 might be a thing.
Nice. Poor vision in the left eye.
2029 vision.
I would have had a vignette or something to introduce all the new faces before throwing them on TV. Wedding was over the top as it should have been. He enjoyed every minute of it. Christopher said he wasn't a fan of the wedding segment. He said he felt his IQ dropping while watching it. Well, he said, while watching it, I was asking myself, is Loomis supposed to be a mute?
That's somebody who doesn't watch NXT.
Right. And I did
That's
respond to
fair.
him. I said, like, do you not watch NXT? Because, like,
He is a silent man.
right, like, motherfucker he doesn't talk.
I mean, Sam Shaw didn't do much talking in Impact, so does the guy just not watch wrestling?
He
Like,
might
his
not.
Loomis character is not that far off from his character ever.
Right. So
Except
that's
it's
why
cool.
the I do was as big as it was. Like, that was a big moment in the wedding because he doesn't really talk.
And
Zach
also,
says,
your IQ ain't dropping. You're watching wrestling.
right.
Come on.
I mean,
Don't blame it on a segment. Blame it on the whole fucking thing. Just be dumb and watch wrestling with us.
exactly.
It's stupid.
It's the way we should do it.
There's a T-shirt for you.
There we go.
Be dumb and watch wrestling.
Be dumb and watch wrestling. There you go, Tim. Write it down. Zach said, really like the wedding. Loomis is surprisingly great as this creepy psycho baby face. Only thing is, there's almost no reaction from the audience with him showing the axe, which was disappointing. Which I don't think that, and I said that I don't think a lot of people could see it, because I think when he turned, he was facing like the ramp, and I don't know what was on the screen or if anything was on a screen, but and then Jason
Probably
says
just a production issue, you think?
possibly.
No, it's not AEW. Come on, Matt.
I was gonna say, because we're being pretty lenient if it was a production issue.
I mean, I don't know what was seen. I mean, I know on TV I could see it. I don't know what was seen in the building, or if like people were playing along because you don't want to react to the axe, so Indy doesn't know that he has the axe in his jacket. So I don't know if the fans are playing along as well. Jason says seeing the fans' legs in the front row on TV is weirdly unsettling, which I had said didn't notice it, but now I won't be able to unsee it.
Yep, that's nice.
And then Nick says surreal, definitely becoming more developmental oriented. Kevin Dunn's production of cameras sucked, but not shocking. Index wedding was okay.
One thing I did notice, a lot of like not indie guys on the card for the most part. Like Braun Breaker, former athlete, the Creed brothers, former athlete, Von Wagner, second generation wrestler, not an indie guy. Trick Williams, is that his name? Trick Trick Williams.
Trick Daddy.
Yeah, Trick Daddy love the kids. But he's with Carmelo Hayes. He is in that. He was a part of that same performance center class. With
Like Carmelo Hayes is in
Christian
Indy,
Casanova. Yes.
but yeah, not a lot.
But B-Fab too, not an indie darling at all. Lots of
Yeah, I mean,
lots
it's
of fun
it
stuff.
from a roster standpoint, it was a very different NXT, and had a different feel from the start. Which I guess, I mean, if you're going to launch a new brand, that's something that should probably be kind of front and center is new faces and a new feel. And yeah, I definitely liked the closing moment of the show being Rex Steiner confronting the new NXT champion, because like it's he pinned a guy who was in that fatal 4-way, and now he's facing he's standing face to face with I felt beginning, middle, and end of that show was about Rex Steiner.
Now, I don't want to speak in rumor and innuendo, but have we heard what the original plan for NXT 2.0 was going to be?
I don't think so.
So Samoa Joe was supposed to still be champion.
Okay.
He was supposed to lose the title to Braun Breaker last night.
Really?
The first night they were going to switch the title and they were going to put it on Braun Breaker, but because Joe's out, they're going with the slow burn.
Huh.
I actually don't necessarily hate
that at all.
Rex Steiner beating Samoa Joe if it would have played out.
That was the thought, is that Braun Breaker was going to beat Samoa Joe and become the new face of NXT at the beginning of 2.0.
I wouldn't
start the show.
Episode 1.
Oh! I thought you meant like
not
that
like
was
open the show with it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that would have been surprising too.
Well, maybe they would have, because you still had the wedding. Like the wedding could have closed the shows.
Right. LA Knight would have been the Samoa Joe match.
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't have hated that. Now I'm like, I'm
LA
like
Knight and LA. So yeah, Braun Breaker would have fought Samoa Joe, won the title, and then LA Knight would have been in the.
Which I thought for sure when LA Knight lost to Braun Breaker that he was definitely going to go over and win the title. I felt like that was like a classic WWE move. Have the guy that loses early ends up winning late.
See, but then to me, so if I'm WWE, like if I'm not entirely sold on the slow burn for Braun Breaker, and I want him to be the face, then why doesn't he beat LA Knight for LA Knight's spot in the 4-way? And then
why
just wins the thing?
Why wouldn't they put him in instead of Jeep Wagoneer or whatever the guy's name was?
That's so good. That is so good. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Oh man.
A broken clock twice a day.
Jeep Wagoneer. God bless.
That even got an LOL out of Devin, Ryan.
Oh, really?
Counting
That tickled Devin. I'll take it.
Oh, yep, Devin sure did. Tickled him right there.
Funny bone.
God damn it, Ryan. Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
I couldn't tell you either.
Jeep Wagoneer.
But as soon as you started talking, a Jeep Wagoneer popped in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to just sit on it for a minute.
Yeah, hold that.
I'm gonna hold it in.
Oh my god, that was good. All right.
Braun
Index,
Breaker.
Index. And any other thoughts on Braun Breaker or Jeep Wagoneer?
Well, yeah, well, the Kyle O'Reilly. What was the purpose of taking him out other than putting in another new guy? Is that the only reason that this happened? to just.
I guess.
Sure, I did.
I don't know.
Maybe it's that Jeep sponsor.
It just seems weird, I guess.
It is very weird.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was hosting Huddle Up, and all of a sudden,
Huddle Up. What? Hold on, but you just buried the lead here. What's Huddle Up?
It's this sports podcast that I do on Tuesday nights.
Ah, okay. And like, where could they find information on Huddle Up?
The Facebook.com/Huddle Up Podcast, Twitter @Huddle Up Podcast.
There we go.
And you cover all of the sports.
Most of the sports.
So if I want cricket updates,
we haven't gotten to cricket yet. But
Pretty much
cricket,
just golf and football.
But it's still going. If you're
Golf
interested
ball.
about cricket, it's still being played. The first game ever actually is still being played.
What about frisbee golf? Do you guys cover frisbee golf?
Haven't quite gotten to frisbee golf. There's only so much time on an episode.
Does ESPN still do the cup stacking shit, or is that's over?
I think that's over because like sports are back. I think that was just aired during the pandemic.
Okay.
The early stages.
yeah.
And I know Huddle Up only talks about basketball if Matt's co-hosting, correct?
Generally,
Even-
yes.
Even then, it's a stretch.
Right. It's like, hey Matt, was there basketball tonight? Yeah, okay, good. We're great. We're doing awesome.
Still doing basketball stuff.
And like, yeah, and then Jeep Wagoneer was on my stream. I'm like, why is it? That's not Kyle. That's not cool, Kyle.
Not.
But there we are. The wedding, the Index wedding. Probably one of the better wrestling wedding segments produced. I think it just like everybody played their part perfectly. It was shot well. I mean, like when he hit the do and like Austin Theory pops up and like the crowd just goes crazy. Like I thought everybody played their part extremely well in that one. And yeah, I really loved the Index wedding.
I mean, it's definitely like a top 2 wedding of all time in wrestling for me. Like, it really depends on if I want to disparage the Macho and Liz wedding. That's about it. And I would know. I'm a bit of an authority on wrestling weddings.
He's a wedding guy.
Didn't you and a friend of yours do a podcast like series?
We did a whole. We covered
like
8 of them.
Like you did a season on weddings, right?
Yeah,
like
Final Wrestling Place.
So like if you're kind of bearing the lead here, if people wanted to listen to that or current new episodes, where would they go to find that?
I mean, you go to your local podcast conglomerate on your Apple Podcasts or your Spotify's or whatever's, and you search for Final Wrestling Place, or you'll see a picture with Kevin Nash and Francine sitting on a couch together. That's us. They're the gatekeepers to the good place of professional wrestling.
As they should be, I think.
Yeah, we cover that and so many other topics. Like this season, we're covering the Raw guest hosts era.
Oof.
I know. We crust to tip the world of wrestling.
So at some point, you're going to talk about Grumpy Cat hosting Monday Night Raw?
Was Grumpy Cat a guest host or a guest star?
I feel like it was hosted by Grumpy Cat.
I think it might have been a host.
They did get the title of host. Ryan was so pissed.
Oh boy, that torqued me real hard.
Ryan was real pissed.
He was torqued, is what you were saying.
Real pissed.
Torqued.
Devin thought the wedding was ridiculous, and he loved every second of it.
It was like the perfect payoff for the whole storyline, I thought.
Dexter pulling out the axe was hilarious.
Like everybody gets it, anybody wants to speak now. Motherfucker pulls an axe, shows an axe in his jacket, choking out the priest,
I
All
love
right,
how
so-
when everyone when he went down, everybody was chanting for Damian Priest to show up and finish the wedding.
Because he did show up. He was
did.
in the back.
I would have actually been down for Damian Priest
That would have been pretty good.
being the finisher. No offense, but the more and more I hear like Beth Phoenix on commentary or involved in wrestling in any way other than being in the ring, I'm not entirely sold on Beth Phoenix story driver.
Yeah, I can see that. I would rather
I love her
Beth-
though. I love her.
love
I
Beth-
just
I would rather
not-
Beth Phoenix on commentary than Chris Jericho. But
would you rather Mauro Ranallo?
no, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Mamma mia!
I don't need that in my wrestling. Ryan, thoughts on the wedding?
I didn't know Grumpy Cat died.
Totes
Yeah.
died.
A couple
killed
years
him.
ago, right?
Yeah, back in 2019. I didn't know that. I'm just so angry about this Grumpy Cat thing now. The Miami Herald said that they guest starred.
Okay.
Yes, star.
BuzzFeed said Grumpy Cat just hosted Raw. So I would definitely take Grumpy Cat over anything, or BuzzFeed over anything. Pinterest said Grumpy Cat hosted, and Pinterest never lies.
It's true. They're not allowed to legally.
That is in the rules. Yeah,
Not
great
on
wedding.
Al Gore's internet.
Well, now that Fox owns TMZ, what can we say?
You
can't say
So
nothing.
people.com, WWE is about to get a little bit
WWA.
grumpy.
Well,
WWE.
Wrestling All-Stars?
Hey.
It was. Hey. Grumpy Cat will host Monday Night Raw on November.
There it is. You got to do it.
No.
People.com, yeah.
People.com doesn't lie.
Also with
They're verified on Twitter, bitch.
The Miami Herald says that Grumpy Cat will guest star.
See,
let's settle this via Twitter.
we're going
Actually-
to Wikipedia.
Because that's the place to settle an argument.
It is. They have a
Look,
list.
Matt is the stat guy. You have to trust what Matt says.
It's true. He is the stat guy.
Also,
Miami Herald Sports, if we want to go that route, has 33,000 followers.
who?
Grumpy Cat was a
Miami.
guest star.
Herald has 490,000 followers. People Magazine
People Magazine
has
sounds legit.
7.5 million.
That's with
They
a
would
B.
be the authority.
I found this on WWE.com.
This would probably be the one, actually.
It is a graphic. WWE Raw with special guest star
Oh,
Grumpy Cat. Damn it. I was so looking forward to you guys talking about Grumpy Cat.
He's out.
Man, now I'm bummed. I am bummed.
Hate it.
Ryan Stillman.
I don't know if I would put this number 2. When I think weddings, I think Liz Savage and then the disaster that was Billy and Chuck. This one goes number 3 for me.
so where do you put Test and Stephanie and Triple H?
I hate you.
Dude.
Oh boy, that's
When I think about wrestling weddings,
That one's
Stephanie screaming at the end of that Monday Night Raw is the first thing that comes into my mind.
really.
Yes, over Liz and Savage, Stephanie McMahon screaming at the end of that episode of Raw.
I don't
is-
think I can think of a wrestling wedding without seeing Bischoff pulling his. That's the
Yeah.
image for me.
That's the image for you.
That's the thing I go right to. Oh boy, but
Yeah, no.
that Triple H Stephanie one's great too.
Stephanie's anger scream is just, it sticks out to me. It definitely sticks out to me.
I definitely can't name 8. If you guys reviewed 8, I couldn't. I think I've tapped out.
I mean, are you counting the Undertaker Stephanie wedding? Is that one of the ones?
So Stephanie McMahon was married 3 times on WWE television, or had 3 weddings on WWE television. There was the one with The Undertaker. There was the one with Test that ended up being the one with Triple H. So technically 4, because there was a second Triple H wedding
in the car, right?
SmackDown. So there was the one in the car, and there was the one on SmackDown where Stephanie McMahon feigned to be pregnant, and she used her pregnancy to make Triple H marry her again. And he found out that was fake, and then he pedigreed her.
I forgot about that one.
So there's also another reason why that wedding is famous, and you can probably find that on Reddit.
Like, that's it. When I think wrestling weddings, it's
that
scream.
That's the Triple H wedding from SmackDown.
That's not the Test wedding?
No.
He pedigrees her then?
Yeah, he gets, well, I don't know if he fully pedigrees her.
Yeah, times were simpler back then.
He doubles her over, and the dress doesn't do a very good job of containing the $1 billion princess.
Her.
Sauce it.
Wow, shit. Then I remember things wrong.
Look at Matt pulling up Reddit right away. What a perv.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Would you say it was Reddit?
Reddit.com.
But no, I did. I think this was one of the. Let's try to put our overlay back up. I thought this was a fantastic wedding. Any other thoughts on this before we cut the break?
When we come back from break, we should put that picture back up, and then each say what we think she's saying or screaming in that moment.
Okay, we can do that. We'll give you time to think about that. But stick with us. On the other side, we're obviously going to talk more about Big E's victory and becoming the new WWE champion and more. Stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Lieb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at liebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
Welcome back, 3 Count Thursday. Make sure you check out the new TeePublic store. If you're down in Philly on Saturday at the Icons Fest, make sure you stop by the 3 Count Thursday table. You'll see Ryan. You'll see Matt. You might see intern Mark. I don't know. I don't even know where our intern is tonight. So if you're near Hershey Park, if you're near Woods Market, if you're near, you're near the home of Hodecker's Celery,
Funk's Brewing,
Funk Brewing. If you're in any of these,
last time it was a Green Dragon.
Oh man, he might be camping out to get in there early for tomorrow. But if you see our intern Tell him we're looking for him. We'd like to know. We'd like to know where he is.
Tell him we're looking for him, and then like crack your knuckles aggressively.
Tell
Yes.
him he is doing Paula from 90 Day Fiance a disservice in the Woman of the Week runnings.
Tell him that she emailed us that she wanted to come on our show, but now she feels disrespected, and she won't do the show. But this past Monday, sometime like mid Monday morning, Big E tweeted out that he was going to be at Monday Night Raw, and he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Bobby Lashley. And Bobby,
so pretty please watch.
because Vince likes that.
It turns me on.
And then obviously did show up, did become the new WWE champion.
Ryan, are you watching on Periscope?
No.
Oh.
I think you lied.
It turns me on.
Let's
Down
start
Periscope.
there. Did you like him calling his shot? Like, I mean, it was obvious Monday Night Football was back. Try and get people to tune in. Did you like the manner in which it was done? Calls a shot in the morning, shows up, follows through, new champ.
Technically, he called a shot on Friday, and people missed it because he said he was going to cash in tonight. He said, I'm going to cash in tonight or Monday on Raw.
But true.
He didn't cash in on Friday, so then he cashes in Monday, and he does the deal. And I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's has that besides like, you know, I want to cash in because I think we've seen like I'm cashing in for a title shot at a pay-per-view or something. Have we like I don't think we've seen it in this exact manner before, have we?
The only other time I've seen something like this, so Bobby Lashley pretty much called his shot when he took the Miz's Money in the Bank. RVD called his shot.
Okay. It's been a while. At the very least, it's been a while since we've seen somebody call their shot.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's, you know, as long as you don't do it this way every time so that it becomes a predictable method. Then
Well, they got the ratings, so now they might.
Matt, Ryan, you guys' thoughts on
Matt Ryan is here?
He is.
Matty Ice.
He's
So,
probably gonna do better on this show than
he's
he
probably
does on-
not gonna have much else to do here soon. I
Is he still taking a dirt nap?
probably.
That picture was fantastic. Like I don't
Coupled
support
with
the
the
Eagles
tweet.
doing good things, but
Did you see it coupled with the tweet from that guard who said, "If you want your quarterback protected, draft me"? And then he's standing right next to Matt Ryan, broken body.
fantastic.
I don't have an issue with the way they did it. I understand why they did it. I was just giving shit, but it made people watch it. It accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. So you can't really say, you know, they made a mistake in doing that. I wouldn't like to see it done all the time either, just because the surprise cash in is always fun. But you know, for a one-off, it was cool.
Scotty joining us. Scotty back on the East Coast now.
East Coast Scotty.
Eating a tasty cake. Well, welcome back, Scotty. Welcome back to this side of the United States.
We're so close yet so far.
But Ryan, what did you think of the?
No, that's fine. The guy called a shot. I don't see what anybody would have an issue with it.
Okay.
I mean, I saw people have an issue with it. They're just doing this to pop a rating, blah blah blah. Like AEW doesn't fucking. But yeah, that's great. But isn't that what AEW is doing when they're saying next week?
You can't compare the two.
I understand that, but when they announced that Kenny Omega's wrestling Bryan Danielson at like the tennis courts, that's the same thing. I don't see what the difference is.
Like you're basically putting a 2-night pay-per-view on TV next week.
Next Wednesday, watch, because this match is happening. There's no difference.
Well, and like
Dynamite's trying to pop a rating, having Daniel Bryan wrestle the Kenny Omega point bang bang.
If every week the argument, and not even about ratings, but if every week the argument about Monday Night Raw is you give me no reason to watch this show. WWE gave you a reason on Monday. They told you Big E is going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase.
That's what he said.
Like, if you are a Big E fan or you want to see Big E become WWE champion, then there's a reason to watch Monday Night Raw. Because he didn't say he was going to cash in at the start. He didn't say he was going to cash in, in the middle of Raw. He didn't say he was going to cash in at the end. He just said he was going to cash in. So you kind of got to tune in to see when he's cashing in.
Also, I was like 76% sure that he wasn't going to cash in, and I was going to be really pissed off at Raw.
Oh, I 100% didn't expect him to actually cash in.
I was shocked that they followed through.
I thought it was actually literally just a ploy to get people to watch. I thought it was, he was going to tease a cash in, or something was going to happen. Like a referee doesn't understand how to hand the briefcase to the ring announcer. One of those deals. And then like Big E gets attacked and the cash in never officially happened.
I do. What?
What do you want me to do with this?
Like referees, weakness. He's cashing it in, and the ring announcer's like, "What do you want me to do?
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you want me to
call over the ring announcer who's like,
are you sure about that?
You want to do what? You're doing what with this briefcase that gets you a title shot? You want
right after Bob Lashley hurt his knee power bombing another guy?
Right. Like, this guy's hurt. Are you sure do you want to really want to do this?
I ring the bell, I guess. I don't know.
Scotty says, love the cash in. Wish it was a surprise.
It was a surprise. We all just said we were shocked they did it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I actually, yes. I'm shocked they did it, and I'm also shocked that once they did it, it was a successful cash in, because there was definitely a part of me that once he cashed it in and Lashley's on one leg, that I'm like, they're still gonna have like Big E lose here. Like I was waiting for the moment where they screwed it up, because like that does tend to happen. Yeah, he points out Mike Chioda, when Carmella cashed in, said, "Are you sure?" Yep, that's what I'm doing here. I understand the rules of said briefcase, and I'm going to cash in right now.
Do it.
But yeah, it's now another part of what they did was Big E came down with the referee. The referee announced that he was cashing in, and then they went to commercial. And I saw a lot of people going, "This is the worst time for a commercial ever." And I went, nope, that's actually a really fucking smart time for a commercial, because anybody that's not watching the show right now that does want to see that cash in, if they're on social media, and chances they are, they're finding out that Big E is cashing in, so they're probably going to tune in for the last 3 minutes of Monday Night Raw. It was the same reason why CM Punk had an entrance and then a commercial and then his opening promo when he debuted in AEW. Like, that's smart business. You may think of it as, well, why wouldn't he want to start the match, to when Lashley's like right there and his legs hurting? It's like, we know why we're doing this. There's a reason.
Do people not still understand that this is a television show?
Yes.
First and foremost.
Nobody gets that.
Okay.
Like
whether you're there live,
it's still real to me. Damn it, clip.
How do I actually don't? How do I not have that clip on the board? I will have it next week.
I can't believe you don't have that. I feel like we've had that.
I feel like I've heard it on this show. That's
I don't have it on this board.
Oh wow.
I must have had it on the other board, which I think I can still pull that up.
You have a new board?
Yeah, it's a different site.
Oh.
It's a different site. Oh, this is going to take too much time. Yeah, I'm just going to say I don't have it.
Fair
enough.
But yes, I've failed you. I fucked up. But yeah, yes, Ryan. To answer your question, Ryan, yes, people don't realize that it's a TV show, and it like
you're in the crowd. You're just an extra. It's a TV show.
Yeah. When you like the lightning, like when the Undertaker's entrances and stuff, like there wasn't lightning in the crowd. It's a TV show.
Huh?
I know.
I mean, that one show we went to where the Undertaker was there was actual lightning flying around.
There was lightning.
Feel like.
Was I drunk? Do I remember?
I think we were all on acid.
Jim, it was awesome. That's for sure.
Does it matter to you? Because I saw some people, because they were talking about it was rushed. It was to pop a rating, all of that. Does it matter to you why it was done this week? Like, or that it was done this week? Like, does it feel rushed to you that he cashed it in now as opposed to waiting? Because I know what Money in the Bank was July, so it's 2 months. Out of 12, like, yeah, I mean, he could have waited the entire year or waited till January or something like that. But like, does it Big E's WWE champion, does it matter to you why it happened in the second week of September?
No.
First Monday Night Football game, I assume.
Is the why, probably the why, yeah.
I mean, for the TV show rating, I mean, again, what would it matter? The ends. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter to Devin. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
nothing matters to me though.
In this situation.
Well, that's true. Not much. I don't want to say you don't want to say nothing matters to you.
Not much.
Because you do get angry about things, sometimes very strange, like things that
they changed the soda.
Right. Arby's switched from Pepsi to Coke. That mattered to Ryan.
That was a big deal. That really was a big deal. See, now you're going to get me pissed about this.
Even
because
though
I used
Coke
to
is superior to Pepsi?
Coke is superior to Pepsi, but when I get used to eating a certain brand of food and washing it down with a delicious... Here's the deal. Let's say you go to your favorite Taco Bell and you have to get a Coke. It's just not right.
It ain't.
Right, because you want to get the Baja Blast.
You want to get the Mountain Dew and the Baja Play. Right, so I'm used to drinking a Mountain Dew while washing down my delicious curly fries.
Okay. All right.
Don't get me started on crinkle cut.
I mean, the Arby's crinkle cut fries are fantastic.
Ugh.
But if you're going to Arby's, why aren't you just getting curly fries?
Bingo.
Because you can also get crinkle fries. Like, why are you stopping at just one cup of fries?
I mean, I don't dislike crinkle cut fries like Ryan does, but if I have a choice between a curly fry and a crinkle cut fry, I'm choosing curly every time.
I mean, some days I feel crinkly. That's all I'm saying.
Well, some days you're wrong.
But so like Ryan, if you went to now, you've recovered, you've adjusted, you've been able to eat Arby's and get a Coca-Cola, and you've adjusted your life, you've settled in. You might not be happy about it, right?
I've moved on, but yes.
What if you went to McDonald's and you went to order your Big Mac and your French fries,
so good,
and your hot fudge sundae, and you said, I want a large Coca-Cola, and they said, we serve Pepsi now.
I'd say, I don't know what I would say. I mean, I would I would drink a Mountain Dew, but it wouldn't taste right. A Big Mac with a Mountain Dew? Are you shitting me? How insane does that sound?
I mean, that does sound weird because
Do you even
McDonald's,
hear yourself?
because McDonald's does have the best Coca-Cola, so that would be like I think McDonald's, if McDonald's would switch,
Like, imagine you eat the quarter pounder with cheese. Imagine spigging down a fucking Pepsi with that. It just doesn't taste right.
that one might be
It's
a tough
just
one.
different.
Like if Burger King switched, if Wendy's switched, if Arby's switched again, Subway, I could handle it. Like I feel like I would struggle to handle McDonald's.
But my real problem is I don't replace a cola with a cola. I drink Coke. That's the cola. I don't enjoy Pepsi, so I would drink the citrusy Mountain Dew. So I would then have to switch it to a cola beverage after I'm used to drinking and eating that food with a citrus beverage. That I think is the biggest issue that I had with Arby's switching. This happened why bring it up? It happened 4 years ago.
Because you
said
clearly
nothing bothered you.
Because you said nothing bothered you, which I know
That's
isn't
fair. I did it to myself. Shane McMahon.
The best in the world.
Well, that one felt longer than normal. That one felt long. I don't hear that.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on Big E's cash in and title win on Monday? How long do you think this title reign is going to last? Like, it should be a long title reign, but how long do you think WWE is this? Like, I really hope this isn't a short-term title reign, because it absolutely should not be. How long do you think this title reign goes? I'll say how many months until Mania?
You think it's going to go till Mania?
That's 7 months. Yeah, maybe Rumble.
We have Crown Jewel coming up.
Big E doesn't make it out of the year as champion.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So Survivor Series, maybe?
Less than 3 months.
I'll go one better.
Oh no.
He doesn't make it out of the fall.
Ooh.
So wait, that's December. That's basically what Ryan said.
I'm saying he loses it before December.
Okay.
He loses the title. He is a prime candidate for guy who loses the title before the big cross-branded Survivor Series matchup.
Jeez. See, I thought somebody had a really great idea.
Did Vince have that idea?
No, Vince didn't have that idea. But Big E's WWE champion, Roman Reigns Universal champion. At Survivor Series, we generally have seen the SmackDown champions versus the Raw champions. If between now and then, Kofi and Xavier win the Raw tag titles, the Usos are currently the SmackDown tag champions, correct? Do the Bloodline versus the New Day at Survivor Series. And because they don't do title matches at Survivor Series anyway. Personally, I would love that. I think that's a fantastic idea.
I mean, but here's another question too. Does Roman make it to Survivor Series as champion?
We're going to kind of talk about that in a minute.
Is Goldberg going to Saudi Arabia?
I hope not. but he might be.
I mean, who does Big E face at Sands of Time?
I think it's Bob Lashley.
Bob. I think it's Bob.
Bob.
Because, like, you know, do we think Goldberg even does that show? Because they announced today it's Lesnar and Reigns. Do you really need, not that we ever really need, but do you need Goldberg on that show?
Does the Crown Prince need Goldberg on that show?
And the Crown Prince needs the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna on that show, apparently, but I have a hard time getting either of those guys. I'll give it the Rumble. I'll give Big E to the Rumble. He'll lose it at the Rumble. Matt, did you?
I don't think he makes it to the Rumble. No.
Okay. Devin,
it just doesn't feel good. I don't know. It felt great on Monday, but
now that we're talking about this, it's like, wait a minute, this is gonna end up as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, what'll happen was the ratings won't be as high next Monday, and Vince will see, people hate it. Get that belt off of him.
Go back to Goldberg.
Where's Bill?
Bill? Hey, Bill! I need you, guy. You know what you do to me.
It turns me on.
But Bruce, you told me to win the NXT championship. Now you want me to win this one too?
Oh, wrong button.
It turns me on.
I like that they're so close, though.
They are. There are a couple lines if I accidentally scroll, which I did. I will end up there. Yeah. So does Roman make it to Survivor Series? Because we do know that at Extreme Rules, with or without a horror show, the Demon Finn Balor will take on Roman Reigns, and then shortly after, I forget the actual date of Sands of Time.
I think it's October 21st.
October 21st, Brock Lesnar will take on Roman Reigns for the Universal title, or WWE showed their cards already, because the point of this segment, when I came up with this segment, was, did the Demon return just to lose? And if so, why? I mean, it was a cool moment at Madison Square Garden, but like, is this going to be just a return just to lose to Roman? Is it just another notch on Roman's belt? I thought maybe Lesnar was going to, and not that it even necessarily made sense, because Lesnar's the face in this, which is still weird to say, but that Lesnar was going to cost Roman or Balor so the title wasn't going to change hands, but Balor wasn't going to lose to Roman. But
it is not announced for the Universal Championship at Blood Money.
Okay, so it's just
Lesnar. I mean, breaking. Lesnar will battle at Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. Will the Universal title be on the line following Reigns' match against the #Demon, #Balor Club, #largest penis on Raw at Finn Balor at #Extreme Rules? Devin's jealous. The graphic does show Roman Reigns with the strap, though.
He does, because he is. I mean,
he currently
right
is
now
champion.
he is still champion. Card subject to change. Is there any chance that Balor wins at Extreme Rules?
Not wins the championship. There's a chance he wins by DQ, sure. But no, he doesn't leave with the belt. 0.0.
Does Roman get himself
0.0?
does Roman get himself DQ'd to so he is the champion when he faces Brock Lesnar? Like, does he purposely, use a chair, use the belt, do the Usos
throw in a towel on behalf of Balor? Throw in a demon painted towel.
Or the headdress that Balor wears to the ring, he just throws that in. Referee thinks it's a towel. Because I think that's gonna be, I think the booking of that match and the decision of that match is going to be really interesting. Because I don't think it's a great idea to bring the Demon back, and I think the first time on SmackDown to just lose. Because has the Demon lost in WWE? I honestly don't remember.
No, he has not.
So, are you really going to bring him back just to I don't necessarily expect Finn Balor to beat Roman Reigns. I don't. I don't think that Finn Balor, the Demon, is going to leave Extreme Rules as WWE Universal Champion. But I think it's really.
Are we overlooking the obvious? Brock comes out and ruins them both, so the championship is on the line for Brock.
Okay, yeah, I guess because I was thinking about it like
suplex, F5.
Why would a face calls a DQ? But yeah, if he's just, I want the match to be for the title, that makes sense. I can
Brock
see that.
Fucking Lesnar.
Well, then, true. Do
you guys know we can say shit on this show?
What?
Shit?
Shit. We can say the word shit on this show.
You can say shit.
Okay, well, you need to be careful because maybe someday you want to host Jeopardy and they'll come back to this show. They'll hear your vulgar language and they'll be like,
really?
Nope.
See this shit ass over here, Ryan?
Shit is safe on this network and TNT.
Shit, right? Yeah.
Shit.
Weak.
It they went a little heavy. Like I thought I was watching the South Park episode where
shitty bang bang.
Right. Like I was
great episode.
Like are we just trying to see how many times we can say a form of the word shit on TV last night?
Hey, you got a little shit on your lip. Thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah. Like I don't know what else. I mean, this was my last topic, and I feel like with the announcement of Reigns Lesnar I feel like they did tip the hand even more than anticipated. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Dynamite last night or the Grand Slams coming up next week?
I'm excited for the Grand Slams. Should be big shows. It feels like a pay-per-view quality. Extending Rampage to 2 hours is a pretty big deal. That didn't take long.
Yeah. One time only special, Ryan. Remember that. One time only special.
Yep, till it works.
Yeah, and it'll work next week. I'm sure it's going to work next week.
But here's you're going to
also Rampage was taped this week.
It's
Rampage
always been
going to be taped next week.
So every
is it? Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know
for the
that.
most part. So they go. I think they go one live, one tape every. That's their schedule. But I feel like we're giving AEW crap for now Rampage is 2 hours.
Are you new here?
That call is not AEW's call. That's the network's call.
Right. It's the same reason Monday Night Raw is 3 hours, and we hate that.
Yeah, we can still bitch about it. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Rampage. Rampage goes very fast.
It does.
I love
it doesn't feel like 2 hours.
Like I love it being 1 hour normally. I think next week's show
I think it'll still go quick.
It's still, yeah. I mean, it's jam packed and the card is absolutely stacked.
That's one thing I noticed even yesterday watching AEW, and I watched Raw, and I was pretty good watching wrestling this week, which doesn't always happen. So yay me. Me too. We're gonna have a podcast. We talk about it. That's unnecessary. Let's not set the bar too fucking high. But like 2 hours into Raw, I was like, oh man, the Big E thing still. It's just a struggle, and AEW is just so fresh and fast moving, and I don't know.
Do you feel that way with SmackDown too, though? Since it's 2 hours.
SmackDown, man, I guess not. I guess not. Maybe it wasn't really a commentary on WWE. It's more a Raw thing.
I think it depends on the week.
I don't think Big E fixes Raw's problems.
No, it definitely doesn't. But I mean, to me, it's always kind of been there's so much filler on WWE shows, always, and I don't feel like there's as much on the AEWs, even to an extent on NXT, on Impact if you watch it. Not a lot of like fillers that go into that. Not, we don't get a recap of what happened. Oh, that was really delayed.
Are you on a delay now, Jim? Is your Wi-Fi okay?
Sauce it.
I actually clicked that an hour ago. I don't know why it went off.
But Jim, what's your favorite Impact match?
No, it was a delay because much like when I take a piss, I had to find it.
There it is. That's the show, folks.
But SmackDown, I think it varies week to week. There are some times I've watched SmackDown, and it even like the last half hour feels a bit like, wow, this was kind of a long 2 hours. Now, this past Friday, the MSG show, I thought flew by. I thought that was, I thought it was exciting from beginning to end. I thought it moved extremely well. Like Raw, the thing with me and Monday Night Raw is most weeks, like I'm not.
At this point, I'm surprised they haven't brought the zombies back for Raw.
For real.
I wish they would.
Might as well.
I wish WWE would send a zombie to my house.
Breath of fresh air.
Fuck that.
Thing sucks.
Is most weeks I'm doing other things while watching Monday Night Raw. I'm working on notes for Facebook.com/HuddleUpPodcast, Twitter @HuddleUpPodcast. I'm folding laundry. I'm not just sitting and watching the show. Like I'm not committing 3 hours to sitting and watching Monday Night Raw intently because it's not worth it. Because it's for the most part, I saw this match 2 weeks ago. I saw this match 3 weeks ago, and I saw this match 5 weeks ago as well. So until they really shake up what they're doing, it's not a must watch and absorb every minute of this show. And yeah, Big E doesn't fix that.
No.
Like
shake up what they're doing is scary that you even put that out there. Like, because I feel like Vince McMahon's shake up is like, well, here comes Lars Sullivan again.
It turns
like
me
that's
on.
just not what we fucking need.
No, it fucking is not.
Like I am terrified for the fucking draft thing that they're doing.
Right?
That they're going to fucking ruin both of their shows.
It makes me nervous.
I mean, what would you say is? So you think SmackDown's the better show right now?
Absolutely,
easily.
Okay. Like when they do the draft, is NXT involved in this at all?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
No, what's NXT?
Well, Vince knows what NXT is now, so he
Vince
might.
knows what NXT 2.0 is.
I mean, like the only thing I could see is like maybe you get like an LA Knight or something like
Knight.
The guy's made for the main roster though. Like he has a main roster gimmick for sure.
Definitely. And
Right.
then they will call him Knight, and he'll come out looking like Wayfair model Rick Martel, and it'll all fucking suck anyway.
No, they turn him into the Knight, and he comes out in a full suit of armor.
Dude, great. Now that you said that,
and then you partner him with Wayfair Demolition.
Oh no, you don't. You put him against Drew McIntyre and have sword fights. Yes,
No.
absolutely.
You put him again. You put
Oh
him with
my.
Wayfair. You put him with Wayfair Karrion Cross or Wayfair Demolition, and then you team
Wayfair Karrion
those
Cross is
two.
the same thing.
Yeah, Wayfair. Yeah,
We get it. Could you see the jousting vignettes?
Oh God.
I'm
him
Knight,
planning with his lance,
and I'm coming to Raw.
Man. Not
whose game?
good. Not good. Not
Whose
good.
Renaissance Fair is it? It's LA Knight's Renaissance Fair.
That's where
But he doesn't
Law
point.
Knight.
The La Knight.
It's a big
Knight.
turkey leg.
Oh man, that's actually gonna happen, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm
Be
definitely
surprised if it did.
I'm no, I don't. I actually don't
Nope.
think I would at this point.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm definitely nervous about the draft because I feel like the draft has a chance to ruin SmackDown while not fixing Raw.
My gut feeling is we just reunited the New Day. Let's put Kofi and Xavier on SmackDown. Like that's absolutely going to happen.
Yeah, oh God, that's awful. But I could see that happening. I'm not. Whew, yeah, I don't
Not
want to
good.
think about the draft yet. I don't.
Not
'Cause
good.
it's not going to be good. But
Don't love it.
no, like what? Like AEW. AEW is the only wrestling show for probably the last 4 to 6 weeks that I watch every Wednesday, and I watch it intently. Like even though I'm like working on notes for our show, like I am definitely more tuned in to AEW. I also love the fact that for the Grand Slam next week, that Bryan versus Omega is not for the title. Like I'm glad that they made that a point last night, because I almost had the tweet saved in drafts for when they announced that match to be for the WWE for the WWE title, for the AEW title. And I was just going to be like, so why do we have standings? Why do we have
Why
wins?
do you hate Dan Lambert then? That's his entire gimmick. That's his gimmick.
He is just awful.
He is literally you on Twitter.
And I am awful. Then I am awful on
That's
Twitter.
yes, that's him.
It is
New Balance shoes and everything. That's you.
That's just because I have fat feet, asshole. Fucking Dan Lambert. If I never have to hear that asshole
I
scream,
love that he works you up so much.
oh my God, I hate it. I might hate him more than I hate the Young Bucks.
Get the
Which is
fuck out of here. How can you get worked by both of them?
The same way you got worked by Grumpy Cat, Ryan.
That's fair.
It just happens.
Fucking cat.
and by the changing of soda at a fast food restaurant.
That's fair. That upsets me too.
But no, I am really happy that this match is a non-title match, and like Daniel Bryan is basically just like, I'll come for that later. I want a shot at the guy they say is the best wrestler in the world. Like I thought it was a great way to get there, because I'm like, how can a company my gripes about the standings and wins and losses aside, and that they don't actually, but how can one of your, one of the biggest things in your company that wins and losses matter, how are you going to have a guy, whether he has the credentials or not, and Bryan Danielson does, just going to walk in and get a title shot on his first match? So I give them, I love the fact that match is not for the title.
I don't think you can rule out the exception that works here. Like, he has the credentials to say that. And that's how he can do it, Dan.
Don't you start with me.
Just fucking saying.
Just don't start with me. I didn't need a oh, God, I hate that.
I feel like I could go back and watch the entire Lambert segment and then go to our Twitter and pull up tweets and isolate the sounds and just mesh the two. You know what? I have off work tomorrow. Maybe I'll play around and see what I can do with some screenshots of your tweets and what Dan Lambert said to prove to you you're the same person.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll if you do that.
Do you ever notice Dan Lambert's not on TV while we're doing this podcast?
Jim's just feeding him lines.
Say this.
And then he just shouts it as loud as he can into a microphone.
I think that maybe that's my problem. And I get
he doesn't know how microphones work.
Nick is like, Christ, man. He's
Go
like
back and watch that.
every person I hate that makes a speech at a wedding.
That motherfucker was so into that promo, his lip was quivering. He was that worked up about it. Go watch it. His lip quivered.
Can I watch it on mute so I don't have to listen to his...
want? That's fine. But watch his... I mean, that or he's having a fucking little mini stroke. One of the two.
Well, you get that worked up and you're that old and grumpy all the time, you probably might have had a mini stroke. Tim, you've been quiet for a while. Any thoughts on anything?
Tim, talk about Dan Lambert and tell Jim he's wrong.
So what exactly is Jim's stance on Dan Lambert?
Let me find the tweet. I'm sure it was something about he sucks, though.
See, you can find the tweet first.
Okay, so it could work. They're just got the wrong guys with him. I don't buy Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky as his quote unquote real men.
Right, because isn't he one of he bitches about millennials and guys not being manly men? Have you seen Ethan Page?
He's got a vlog.
I mean, he had skinny pants on. He's definitely not Lambert's dude. He's not.
So I mean, you don't mind the top team, the MMA guys. You don't. It's just okay. Oh fuck, Lambert is in the ring. Hashtag AEW Dynamite, and then unprompted subtweets Dad Jeans and Skechers sneakers, who doesn't realize that a microphone amplifies his voice, is calling wrestling fans dorks. Okay, Grandpa. All capitalized. Hashtag AEW Dynamite.
You said, I fucking love him. His segments are good.
I love him.
Gold.
His segments are gold.
And I said,
hard pass, like a bowel movement. If I wanted to hear a loudmouth old white dude talking too loud, I turn on Fox News. Hashtag. Oh, there's no hashtag.
No, there wasn't a hashtag on
it.
I don't know.
Not necessarily a hashtag when he's making a statement like that.
He is not. No, he is not.
Not usually.
He didn't want to piss off the MAGAs with the hashtag Fox News.
That's true.
That's true.
I didn't
news.
want any of them to to end up in our in our feed, in our mentions. Although I haven't blocked anybody in a while, so if I would have gotten some of the if I had gotten some of the magas in there, I probably would have
Progress.
probably could have gotten the block finger going. But yeah.
Terry, what's he doing watching this? Block.
Damn, any thoughts?
I got nothing, man. Head empty, no thoughts.
All right. Any yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I think the shows are going to be awesome. I do. I'm looking forward to Wednesday, looking forward to Friday. What is the full what is the full card for Grand Slam? Let me pull that up real quick before we close out.
Be careful how you word that, because you.
I know Britt Baker, Ruby.
Yeah, Britt Baker, Ruby is on the schedule.
Right, that's also fun. We could talk about that.
Sure.
Denny's menu. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Are we going to talk about the Grand Slams?
I love. So Dynamite, you have Pillman versus MJF, Malachi versus Cody. Is Rosario Dawson going to be in Cody's corner for this?
Oh God, I hope not.
The special guest referee.
Sting and Darby Allin versus FTR. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. She's a dentist. Versus Ruby Soho for the AEW
dentist.
For the AEW Women's World Title, and of course Omega versus Bryan Danielson. That is Dynamite. Then Friday on Rampage, you have the Super Click versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. The Inner Circle versus Men of the Year.
Surprised I haven't heard Big Jim say any crap about the phrase Super Click.
I just.
Well, the click was in the WWE, you see, and there can't be another.
Well, I mean, if you keep your gimmick up, still gimmicks. But my hatred this week went to Dan Lambert, so I'll let it go. And CM Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Those are the matches that are announced for Friday.
Who would have expected CM Punk's second match in AEW against Powerhouse Hobbs?
Not me.
Well, technically, it's going to be his third match, because I thought that he's also wrestling on Dynamite.
Oh, well, no, he wrestled in that three-way, didn't he? Oh no, he got beat up in the three-way.
He is going to have a promo segment, I think, on Wednesday in advance of his first TV match in 7+ years on Friday night. So his second match will be against Powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah, I didn't see his second match.
Could you see the WWE bringing back Goldberg to wrestle Taka Mikanoshu on Raw? And I'm not saying Taka's the same thing as Powerhouse Hobbs, but
it's a clear difference between what WWE does with like guys on the wrong side of 30 who make their return, and this. I mean, here's the deal. If
it's a great spot for Hobbs to be in.
Great spot for Hook and Ricky Starks to be, connected to this as well. I mean, if CM Punk, in his return promo said that he was back and he's like, he's all in, he's back, he's back to wrestling, then wrestlers wrestle. So, I think this shows. I didn't expect his second feud to be against Team Taz, but if he's going to wrestle on TV, why not wrestle with guys that are on TV? Why, it's not.
That's fair.
It's not just going to be for titles. I think to me, it's surprising but I kind of like it.
Can't wait till we see Hook though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does Hobbs stand a chance at winning this match, or winning clean? I should say, because I guess Team Taz could be involved, but I don't think if he wins, it's not going to be clean. I don't think.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, you definitely something happened with your audio there, Ryan.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's progressively gotten worse.
A little bit.
Oh, am I caught up now?
Yes.
Oh, the Wi-Fi just must have reset.
Must have. Britt Baker and Ruby Soho. Any chance of a title change?
I would absolutely say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance that song's going to get stuck in my head for another fucking week.
I downloaded it, and yeah, that thing
It's a great song.
It is a good song.
How old are you that you're downloading music?
I mean, okay, like I bought that song on iTunes. Is it like?
How old are you that you're buying music
like,
on iTunes?
Get a subscription to Apple Music, man.
I don't listen to enough music to.
Jim's not an Apple guy.
No, I'm definitely an Apple guy, but I don't listen to.
I'm an Apple guy.
I don't listen to music enough to make a music subscription worth it.
You would be surprised.
No, because
Jim's not a music guy. I've traveled with Jim long distance, and it is quiet as hell. You just hear Jim heavy breathing.
Oh, here comes a bridge.
Oh no, fuck! Don't get me started about fucking bridges.
Oh, the bridge is bad.
Oh my god!
I've never heard Jim quieter.
When we went from Delaware over the Chesapeake Bridge to go see Bruce and Connie, look, if I can't see the other side of the bridge when I'm on it, I'm not okay with that.
That's a tough one.
I'm not okay with that.
I mean,
the dog leg in there throws it off.
It's not okay. I'm not okay with that.
If you can see the other side, you shouldn't have to have a bridge. The point of the bridge is to connect.
That's a fair point.
Land.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's like, that
Jim,
doesn't make sense.
What dollar amount would it take you to go on the Bay Bridge tunnel where the bridge becomes the tunnel under?
I mean, I'm not gonna put
the bay and you come back up.
Are you at the Hottenstein estate?
Yeah, I think right.
I don't know what's going on.
Like, it wouldn't be like an absorbent, like a huge amount of money, but I mean, I'm not ever gonna drive on that thing willingly. I'm not.
That's fair.
Is
that better?
Not really.
Fuck man. I have nothing else to contribute tonight anyway.
Good. Let's get the fuck out of here then. It's almost 10 o'clock. Ryan's got nothing else to contribute. Matt, you want to plug anything?
Yes, on Saturday you can come to the Icons of Wrestling convention at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Do have some unfortunate news during the show. Casey Catal did message that she will be unable to attend, but we do still have Gabby Ortiz and Riley Madison who will be at the 3 Count Thursday table. So come meet all of the members of 3 Count who will be there. Maybe 3 of us. Who knows? If intern Mark, who hasn't responded to a message in 24 hours, what's going on with him? But Ryan and I will be there for sure, as well as our guests. Follow the Instagram page at 3 Count Thursday. This week, the Woman of the Week was the one that Mark requested for months, and there's been 2 posts. So I hope you like those 2 posts, because who knows if we will have more. And that's it for me.
Ryan, you sure you have nothing else?
Yeah, this weekend is the Icons of Wrestling Fest in Philadelphia. Come hang out with us. All of our guests are going to be there because I had bad internet and didn't get the message from Casey Catal that she won't be able to make it.
I believe intern Mark. I think if he would have been on the show tonight, I think I don't think this would have happened. Tim.
Ooh.
Yes, Ryan.
You're still moving your head enough that we know you're not frozen.
Yeah, you're totally still there.
Tim, go ahead.
I know as soon as I start saying something, he's gonna
War games.
freeze himself.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
I think I'm actually frozen.
That's what you get. That's what you get. At Not the Tool Man across all platforms. Check me out on Final Wrestling Place, Viewer's Choice. This week I do have another podcast that I'm a featured guest on. I'm returning back to the A Show to draft WCW 2000. And it's going to be a good, fun time. I'm looking forward to it. But that's everything for me. Big Jim.
All right. Ryan's just, he gone. He gone. There you go. Jason says it again. This weekend, Icons of Wrestling. Visit the 3 Count table. Devin, we'll see you, buddy. Anybody who followed along with tonight's show, God bless you. I had trouble following it myself. But you can follow me at Big Jim Sports. But make sure you're following along with the show at 3 Count Thursday on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Go to 3countthursday.com. You can join the Patreon. Buy the merch. Our new TeePublic store just uploaded a new design last night. There's going to be more coming. You get shirts, hoodies, masks, coffee mugs, stickers. There's tons of stuff over there. Check it out, tpublic.com/users 3 Count Thursday. Colin Elbow brand deal, you know it. NGSCsports.com, LEEIB sports.com. We thank our networks. And until next week, guys, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.